Hello friends, family, and countrymen. Nicholas here. Let's talk today about MTV reality shows from the mid to late 90s to the mid to late 2000s. That encapsulates quite a bit, so I'm going to talk about some of them. The first thing that I have to talk about, obviously, is Real World. One of the most well-known... Oh, what is happening at this very moment? Also, sorry for the loud noise in the background. It's raining, but I had to make this video, so, you know, life. I'm also going to my last final, which is away from campus, because why not? So yeah, so the Real World. I'm not quite sure if it started on MTV, but I know that it ran on MTV for a long time. If you don't know what the Real World is this show, this idea that if you take 8 strangers, put them into a house together, and see how they kind of live while being watched 24/7, some crazy stuff will happen. And most of the time, especially in later seasons, they've all been extremely attractive, all very sexually active, except I believe 3 times on the show that there have been virgins, like self-professing virgins. I think the most recent one was Andrew, who was a kid who wore, I think his name was Andrew, I'm not 100% certain. He wore like panda hats at the same time. Yeah, at the same time I was wearing my polar bear hat. So that was like 4 or 5 years ago. So yeah. Anyways, that show was about, you know, seeing how people really live if they're thrown into a house together. They all had to get jobs. I think at one point there was this guy who, before going to do that show, he did a gay porn. And then people found out and they freaked on him. They're like, you can't go to schools because you did a porno. And it was like early 2000s on that one. And people were just so over the top about it. It was great. And then another one is Room Raiders. That was mid-2000s. Early to mid-2000s. That was a dating show. Where these people signed up for the show, knowing full well what would happen if they were chosen. And then the people that are chosen, there's always 3, they get kidnapped by the show, and then a person, when I say kidnapped, I say that for a very specific reason. It's because they don't know that it's happening that day. So the person that they could potentially go on the date with gets to search their room with the Room Raider kit, which includes white gloves, a black light, you know, stuff like that. Stuff that you would kind of hope that no one would go into your room with. And the people, the contestants, aren't allowed to clean up or anything, and it's amazing. And if you haven't seen it, go watch it. If you like Zac Efron, go watch his episode from when he was in that teen show that I don't remember what it's called, but before High School Musical, he was a teen with gap tooth, which is pretty funny. And then there's also Silent Library, which was a challenge show that basically, if you went over a certain decibel, you lost money. And there were rounds. Each round had a bunch of different parts to it. There was one time that people got shot like tennis balls. There was one time that someone had to eat like a bucket of mayonnaise, which was disgusting. But the people that are making the noise are generally not the people who are doing the action. They're typically the friends of the people who are sitting there watching it happen, who are laughing so hard. And it's just amazing to see the people actually, like, just get so into it. Another thing is Pimp My Ride. That was good. weren't just that. They were pimping rides. And there was just so many good shows. And I wish they would bring that back instead of doing shows like Teen Mom and Jersey Shore. Because Jersey Shore found its fame after The Real World. Like, that was the setup from The Real World translated into Jersey Shore. Alright, so I'm going to end this video. I'm at my final place. And I will talk to you guys later. Check out some previously great MTV shows. You can probably find a list of MTV reality shows somewhere online from the 2000s. And I will talk to you guys in the next video. Bye.